Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Eats, I'm confused. And I watched Lamb from 2021. This was an Icelandic movie, I think. Um, it was definitely a weird movie. Let's say that. It's a horror fantasy. Yeah, it's Icelandic. Let's keep it there. Sorry. Um, but before we start with the movie, let's give a rundown of the month. Which movies we're gonna watch this month? Today, Lamb. Tomorrow, Cannibal the Musical. Wednesday, Kelly's Heroes. Thursday, The Intruders. Friday, The Boogeyman. In the weekends for November, we're gonna do Marvel again. So this weekend we get Captain America, the W something. And on Sunday, The Amazing Spider-Man. Next week we get The Collector and The Collector 2. After that, House of Thousand Corpses, followed by The Devil's The Devil's Rejects. Then we get Free from Hell. In the weekend we get X-Men Days of Future Past, followed by Guardians of the Galaxy. For Monday then again Motel Hell. After that Carrie. Wednesday we get Sphere, followed by Splice. Friday Fargo. Saturday Avengers something of Ultron. Sunday Ant-Man. Monday The Octopus. Tuesday Society. Wednesday Glory. And then we start off with, on Thursday, The Muppet Movie, The Great Muppet Gapper something, the second movie. Then The Muppets Take Manhattan. And then we get into the Christmas movies. So yeah, that's it for this month. But let's start with Lamb. We're somewhere in the snow, in Iceland. And there is a very, very thick mist. We hear something breathe very loudly. And it's, just walking straight. Keep walking straight. We see a pack of horses, and the horses, look a bit at it, and they turn around and walk away. It looked like if we that we followed the horses a bit, that this thing, I don't know if it's human or not, it can be an animal. But this thing, it looked like it followed the horse a bit, but the horses went to a left, and this thing kept the breather, let's say, kept walking straight. Then we see a sheep. I was confused for what for animal this is, because it had horns. So I think a sheep um, looking through a window of its shed, and inside we see more sheep until the door opens. And we're gonna leave it at that, because if you don't know what's gonna happen next, you have to watch the movie yourself. Um, like I said, this was a weird movie, but I remember it coming out. I remember this movie coming out in 2021 because I remember a bit of the trailer. Well, yeah, I have to have seen a trailer because otherwise I don't know about this movie. Um, but it was just a weird one. Beautiful landscape, very crisp camera work, if I may say so, and I don't know nothing about camera work. But I would say it was very not very crap, very crisp, very sharp, very nice. Um, I live in the city, and that Iceland, it's very the house was really a standalone, and almost nothing around you, except for field and grass, lots of grass. Um, so it was very nice to see. But would I live there myself? Hell no, because if I'm alone and something happens to me, I can't get help. Yeah, I can call somebody, but how far away probably the police is, and whatever. Um, well, if I would live in that house from the movie, probably in Iceland itself is probably very different. Never been there. I've seen some bits maybe, photos and just shows, but that's it. Um, oh yeah, I also had around the 30-minute mark, I had to read a bit of the synopsis on, well, a bit of the plot on Wikipedia, because I just I didn't know what the fuck was happening, because there was not a lot happening. So I don't know. And we saw something, we saw a sheep, I think, get birth, it gave birth, not get birth, but gave birth. And yeah, we saw the lamb head, uh, and after that, we didn't saw anything of the of that lamb. So I thought, oh, it's probably dead, but no, it was not. Um, and then they kept it in a house, and color it, under a blanket, wrapped in a blanket, So I didn't know what the fuck was happening. Like, okay, do they always do this with, just newborn lambs, this couple does that? Do they always do that with, a lamb, or I don't know. So I had to read a bit, and then I thought, when I read it, was, oh, okay. So after that, the movie became a bit more fun. Um, it's like I said also at the beginning, it was a horror fantasy, but there was not a lot of horror. There was some fantasy, yes. Um, but I wouldn't categorize this really as horror, even though we saw somebody die on screen. you know, um, it was a decent movie, so I will give it a 3.75. Yes, I just can't give it a 4 out of 5. Right, just the beginning was so mysterious, and we watched a couple of the movies that we watched at the beginning. The beginning of the movies were more exciting, especially the first 30 minutes. But this was just we just saw their life. That's it. So I will give the 3.75, but go watch the movie yourself. Make up your own opinion. You don't have to put, well, you probably don't have to put on subtitles, because when the server where I watched it, or the place where I watched it, let's say the place where I watched it provided its subtitles in the movie itself. So I don't know if it's just from the place where I watched it is, or that it happened with, everywhere. So I can say that, but I'm going on a limb and say that the movie will provide its own subtitles, so you don't have to put it on. Well, you can put it on, but you don't. Then you have double. But don't forget to leave a like. Recommend. A good foreign horror movie. Down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel and come join Discord, because I stream movies every single day. Well, if people join the Discord. And with foreign, I mean, like that I have to put on subtitles to understand it. It can be Polish, it can be Spanish, it can be Mexican, Russian. It has to be good. It has to be a good movie though. So if you know one, put down below in the comment section. Maybe it's even Japanese or Korean or something like that. Hopefully that with a language that's not so irritating to listen to. But I'll see you guys next time.